Welcome back, adventurers! In today's video, we'll be taking a look at the Professor class and everything you need to know to get the most out of it. I'll be covering the stats, skills, gear, cards, feathers, astrocores, and enchantments that I use for my build. So, if you're looking to improve your Professor, stay tuned and let's get started. For my Professor stat allocation, as you can see here, I have 99 intelligence, 73 vitality, and 56 luck. Unlike High Wizard, Professor doesn't require dexterity, so I focus my remaining points on these stats to improve my overall damage, survivability, and performance. For my enchantments, these are the ones I'm currently using for my Professor build. You can use this setup as a reference and adjust or tweak the enchantments depending on your needs, playstyle, and the content you're focusing on. Now for my Professor Feather setup. I'm using 4 gold and 1 purple for my attack feathers. This is the same setup I use for my High Wizard, and it gives me a good balance of damage and overall performance. You can also adjust the setup depending on your available feathers and the stats you want to prioritize. Now let's take a look at my Professor skill build. This is the skill setup I'm currently using, and you can copy it if you want to try the same build. Of course, feel free to make a few adjustments depending on your playstyle, preferred skills, and the type of content you're running. For my auto skills, I only use Elemental Bolt on auto. For the rest of my skills, I prefer to use them manually so I have better control over my skill rotation and can choose the right timing depending on the situation. For my Divine Armament setup, I use Fountain 2 for my weapon and Valkyrjas for my shield. For my armor, I'm using the Power of Dawn set. This combination works well with my Professor build and provides a solid balance of damage and overall performance. For my accessories, I prefer using double Dreamy Moon rings. I use this setup mainly to maximize my DPS, allowing me to get the most damage possible from my Professor build. Now, these are the cards I'm currently using for my Professor build. For my weapon cards, I focus on combining size and race damage, as I find this to be one of the best combinations for maximizing overall DPS. This setup allows me to deal more consistent damage against different enemies while making the most out of my build. For my medal setup, I mainly prioritize Medal of Bravery and Medal of Wisdom to maximize my DPS. After getting the offensive stats I need, I balance out the remaining medals with defensive stats to improve my survivability. For my Astrocore setup, I'm using the same configuration as my High Wizard build. I mainly focus on Serpenta and Lumia for the damage bonuses against different races and sizes, while keeping my blue Astrocores balanced for better survivability. And that wraps up my Professor class guide. I hope this video helped you understand my stats, skills, gear, cards, feathers, medals, Astrocores, and enchantments. Remember, you can always adjust the build depending on your playstyle and what you need. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thanks for watching.